Hi, I'm Ryan Sullivan, and I'm a principal here at Collectiv. Today we're going to be discussing the 4 key points to make your Power BI adoption strategy a success. As with any tool, the more you use it, the more of its benefit you receive. Power BI reduces the manual repetitive work necessary to get to insight and allows those insights to be surfaced quicker and easier so that your organization can make better decisions. As such, it's really important to get as much of the organization using Power BI as is possible. Number 1, user and admin training. 55% of people that we polled said that training was the most effective adoption tool that they had. There are many types of training that are important, and they should all be used in concert with one another. The first type of training that's critically important is mimicking a classroom learning environment. Getting a crew of people together for dedicated time with a dedicated instructor and then working hands-on with the tool is the most effective way to take somebody from being a non-user into a user. The next most effective method is having a continuing education program. This is usually best administered by your internal team. Finding your champions and your Power BI power users and allowing them to put content that they find relevant to your work environment and passing that on to their colleagues is an effective way to get the rest of the team on board. The last type of education that's critically important is self-directed learning. It's up to every organization to decide how they want to incentivize and support self-directed learning. But some of the ideas that we have around game incentivification and benchmarking might be useful in point number 3. Number 2, define roles and responsibilities. In order to get maximum adoption, it's important to have an idea of what it is that you're looking to do. Some of this can be achieved with the data strategy. When you have a data strategy, it's really clear what the goals are, and you can then break that up across different individuals and functional groups within your organization. For each one of these roles, you want to give it a name and a clear definition so that the person who holds that role then understands exactly what their responsibilities are. And this increases adoption because it increases intellectual engagement. While it's important that everybody have a role and responsibility, we want to make sure that we don't turn business intelligence into rule by committee. Everything just grinds to a halt when there are too many layers of approvals in order to get reporting out to the people who need to use it. Number 3, motivate users with incentives and gamification. Talking about Power BI adoption is essentially about talking about the people within your organization. So it's important to create incentives for them so that their incentives line up with your incentives to get more people adopting Power BI. One of the best ways that I've found to do this is through some sort of benchmarking or gamification process. It's important to find out where everybody is and measure that against where we hope them to be. Once we have our entire team benchmarked, you can then set up goals for specific pieces of Power BI knowledge. Ultimately, this can be turned into some sort of contest with monetary prizes, company swag, possibly even promotions or inclusion within the Power BI user group or some named position of responsibility. Number 4, host continuing education workshops. One of the things that we mentioned before is how critical continuing education is as a part of your overall training and adoption plan. One thing that's slightly separate from training is the idea of a workshop. We find it critical to get groups of people together within the organization, typically people that have the ability to get projects in the end zone, and give them hackathon-like days or multi-day sessions where they can take projects from their backlog that they may be interested in and will contribute to the organization, but that they can't make priority one with their day job, and just get them done. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and check out our website, gocollectiv.com, to find out more about our visioning program. Our visioning program is specially tailored to allow you to come up with your own Power BI adoption strategy with our help.